Welcome to Draymond Green's dirtiest plays that got him suspended. This is Draymond Green, a four-time NBA champion and also the league's biggest villain. He's a guaranteed Hall of Famer and the anchor of a dynasty, but he's also the guy with one of the longest suspension histories in the entire league. So how did this happen? How did one of the smartest guys in basketball become one of its most suspended? From literal stomps to actual chokeholds, we are breaking down the plays that went way over the line and forced the NBA to drop the hammer. Draymond has been ejected from over 20 games in his career, which is the most of any player in the league right now. And get this, he has lost well over $1 million just from his on-court actions. To understand the player, you have to see the plays. This is not just some boring foul compilation. It's a timeline of pure insanity, a documentary of a career on the edge of passion and chaos. And we're showing you everything, starting with the one moment that might have cost the Warriors an entire championship. I want you to picture this. The year is 2016. The Warriors just had the single greatest season in NBA history and are about to win their second championship in a row. They're up 2-1 against the Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. And then, this happened. Late in Game 4, Draymond Green and LeBron James get tangled up. Green falls down, and in a crazy sign of disrespect, LeBron tries to step right over him. Green's reaction was instant and unforgettable. He swung his arm up and hit LeBron. In the moment, it was just a double foul, but the real punishment came after the NBA took a second look. The NBA gave Green a flagrant one foul after the game. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but this wasn't his first crazy play. Green had been racking up flagrant fouls the entire playoffs, including a wild kick to the groin of Steven Adams in the last series. This hit on LeBron was the final straw. It gave him his fourth flagrant foul point, which meant he was automatically suspended for one game. The heart and soul of the Warriors was forced to sit out the most important game of the season. Of course, the Warriors lost Game 5, then they lost Game 6, and then they lost Game 7, becoming the first team in history to lose a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. Green even said it was his fault they lost, saying, "If I played, we win. I do feel it's my fault that we lost." It was a huge lesson for him, but it was not his last. Now, let's fast forward 7 years to the 2023 NBA playoffs. The Warriors are the defending champs, and they're in a crazy first-round series against their rivals, the Sacramento Kings. They were already down 0-1, and things were getting wild in Game 2. With only 7 minutes left in the game, the Kings' all-star, Domantas Sabonis, fell down and grabbed Draymond Green's ankle. What happened next was unbelievable. Green looked down and seemed to stomp his foot hard onto Sabonis' chest, using him like a launch pad to run down the court. He was immediately thrown out of the game with a flagrant 2 foul. After the game, Green actually defended himself, saying his foot had to land somewhere and that he wasn't flexible enough to move it. The NBA did not buy it. They suspended him for one game and said it was because of his history of unsportsmanlike acts. The NBA's vice president, Joe Dumars, literally told ESPN, "Repeat offender weighs as heavy as anything." It was a massive warning. Draymond's past was finally catching up to him. If the stomp was a warning, this next incident was a complete meltdown. Just a month into the next season, a game against the Timberwolves exploded into chaos in less than 2 minutes. It all started with Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels shoving each other. As everyone else ran in, Minnesota's center, Rudy Gobert, tried to be a peacemaker and just pull Thompson away. And that's when Draymond Green sprinted in. But instead of helping, he went straight for Gobert and locked him in a headlock from behind. It was insane. Green held the chokehold for what felt like forever before he was finally pulled off. It was a super dangerous move that had nothing to do with basketball. Green was ejected, and so were Thompson and McDaniels. The NBA's punishment was huge. Joe Dumars, again pointing to Green's insane history, suspended him for 5 games. The suspension cost Green over $769,000. And even after all that, Green still didn't regret it. He told reporters, "I don't live my life with regrets. I'll come to a teammate's defense anytime." That attitude set him up for the biggest suspension of his entire career, which happened less than a month later. On December 12, 2023, Draymond Green did something so crazy, there was no coming back from it. In the third quarter against the Phoenix Suns, he was jostling for position with their center, Nurkić. As they bumped each other, Green spun around and swung his arm like a wild person, hitting Nurkić right in the face and sending him to the floor. This one couldn't be debated at all. It was Green's third ejection of the season already. He apologized after the game and said he didn't mean to swing, claiming he was just trying to get a foul called. But Nurkić said what everyone was thinking, that brother needs help. And the NBA agreed. This time, there was no 5-game or 10-game suspension. Joe Dumars announced that Draymond Green was suspended indefinitely. The league's statement was terrifying. This outcome takes into account Green's repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts. This was a crazy, almost unheard of punishment that showed the league was done with his behavior. To even be allowed back, he had to meet certain requirements, which included going to counseling. The indefinite suspension lasted for 12 games. It was a massive turning point that forced Green to finally admit he had a problem. It was the result of years of crossing the line, and this time, he jumped completely over it. From the 2016 finals to being banned from the league, Draymond Green's career has been just as much about controversy as it has been about winning championships. He's one of the smartest defenders ever, but he keeps costing his team because he can't control himself. We just showed you the biggest suspensions of his career, but trust me, there are so many more ejections and fouls we couldn't even fit in this video. So I have to ask you, are these just the actions of a passionate guy who goes too far? Or is he a dirty player who can't be stopped? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you want more insane deep dives into the craziest stories in the NBA, smash that subscribe button.